So look at this, great opening for you. Look, it's Puff the Magic Dragon. Look at that, it's like a kettle boiling.
Nice.
Alright, let's just do some ground practice. Hello, it's been a while. Welcome to Stuart Warren RC, my own personal channel. And well, I'm going to give you a little update on the channel because, like I said, it's been a while. But also, I'm rather pleased to show you this little guy. And we'll get into that in just a minute. But yeah, it's the end of the year now, 2022. Just been very busy with work stuff. You know, Hobbyking has been releasing a lot of stuff and concentrating on that. Family stuff, you know, all that thing gets in the way of making videos for the hobby. But I've got footage in the can for my big cub that's now electric and my big Mustang. I've done a new scheme on that, and I think I've got some footage already. Been flying that all summer. It's been very well received, so I've been happy with that. We'll go into that in another video. I've got another project that I've just received, Airworld ME262, so let's hope we can get that built before the summer next year. Spacewalk, I haven't done much on it, started to cover it but then stopped, so we'll definitely try and get that done at some point soon. But this little guy, this is a Hobbyking Peeton Poll, and I'd had this for a few years and I started to build it, but this here, the undercarriage, this is not the original, broke out the box as I started to assemble it. I got really annoyed and pissed off, so I decided, you know what, I'll just hang it up for a bit. So for I think 2 years, it just hung there, not finished the assembly. But then finally I decided just a few weeks ago to make a new undercarriage, so I did that. I fitted my own wheels, and of course, as you can see, it is not electric powered. It's actually got the world's smallest, I think it's the world's smallest mass production RC 4-stroke engine, and it is of course the beautiful OS engine, and it's the OS 20 FS. Now there is a 26 Surpass, same engine but bored out to 26, 0.26 cubic inches, so 0.20 cubic inches is around 3.2 cc, so a tiny little engine, but I have flown it and it flies very, very well. I'm running a 9-inch prop. I'm going to change it to a 10-inch prop, I think. So let's talk you through a bit more of the model. So in terms of out the box, what did I do? Well, I've added these windscreens here. I've got a pilot, and I will mention Andres over there, the one standing there. He's our cameraman for Hobbyking and a good friend of mine, and he's got a new, Andres, what do you call that printer? Is it a liquid print? What is it? Resin printer. My God, it's amazing. It's beautiful to watch and it makes beautiful, beautiful things. This is very high resolution, and that's the pilot's first thing he's printed for me, so I'm very grateful for that. That's going to go in another day. But for the model itself, yes, I made a new undercarriage. I've put these wheels on, put the windscreen on. To fit the Nitro engine, I heavily reinforced the firewall. I'm not going to show you any of that now, but trust me, I have. And other than that, I did a tail skid. If we have a look there, I made a tail skid rather than the wheel that was on it. Now, what inspired me to do this? Captain Blaz, the Pietenpol brothers, I know I've said that wrong, I'm sorry about that. He inspired me to do that. He and I have been talking a lot directly, personally about this, so I think he's going to be very, very pleased to see this. He had an ASP 32. This is a 20, but it still flies with a lot of authority. And speaking of flying, this model, a little bit of history. I did the video for this with the old Hobbyking video crew out at Joe Knoll about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was always a charming flyer, but it just missed that element of the sound and the smell of a little engine, and it looks really the part, I think, with the cylinder head sticking out there, the exhaust and everything else, and it flies beautifully. Now, this model was designed by a good friend of mine called Paul Suspow. He's an American. He came to work for Hobbyking maybe about 7 years ago, and this was actually based on one of his drawings that he did in America as an RC hobbyist before he came out to work for Hobbyking. And then it was one of the first ARS we did with a certain supplier, and it was very popular at the time. And I think there was a cream and white version as well. No, a cream and red version. That's the one that Captain Blaz has. And he actually, Paul Sussbauer, this is a reminder for you, Paul, he has a 26 that he says he was going to send to me. So I'm not going to use it in this model, but I do have another one. So Paul, please send that engine, because I've got a model waiting for it. Anyway, so it's his design. It was always a very, very sweet flyer. And I'm just going to orbit around so you can see it a bit more. It's a great model for conversion to Nitro. And that 4-stroke suits it so well. So what we're going to do, now it's foggy here. It is very foggy, but we're going to, look, there's no wind. So hopefully get a little bit of footage and show you the Peeton Poll flying on this little 4-stroke, because it is very sweet. But we've got to act fast because it's getting rather dark. So hopefully we'll get that footage, and that will be that this video for Stuart 1RC, and there will be more to come. When, I don't know, but let's check back once I've finished the flight. The sun is setting. How's it looking on camera?
Good, as usual.
As usual. All right.
Oh, you can see the smoke
Look
so
at
well.
That. Yeah, look, watch. Ready? Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
How's it looking on camera? You see it? Where's the focus? There it is. Hello and welcome to Stuart 1RC. Now, I've already given the introduction for this model, but that was a few days ago. And what I've done is a few little improvements in my mind to that. And well, I'll talk you through them now before we quickly go out and fly on this glorious frosty morning. One of my preferred and favourites types of weather for flying in. Look at that frost, lovely. So here it is, the Peeton Poll. Now you'll see I've extended the exhaust because I didn't want all the gunk going on the cockpit that I fashioned there. So that now goes up over there. Some might think it looks a little ungainly. I think it's rather in keeping with the model. It's now a 9x5. It was a 9x7 before. Got to see how that goes. But also, you know, remember I mentioned my good friend Andres has got a new liquid printer. Well, that's the pilot that I showed you before. Let's see if we can get a better shot of it. It's all painted up now. Can you see her there? I say her because she's got slightly effeminate features. So she's in there now. There we go, you can just about see her. She is quite hidden under this parasol wing, so the light's not always on her. There it is, look at that, what a charmer. Really nice. So yeah, we're gonna now take it out, and I'll zoom out a bit more, sorry about this. Oh, you don't want to see my nose hair. Eeh. There we go. I'm getting older, as we all are. I'm gonna take this out now and give it a hop for you guys. I have added a little bit of down thrust too, so we'll see how that goes, but it should be glorious, perfect weather for it. So let's go. OS 24 stroke. Away! Woohoo! Get it down, Jim. How's that looking on camera?
Cool.
Cool, just as my fingers. Oh yeah, look at that in that sky. Oh, it's lovely, really nice. I remember when I flew this, it was a Joe Knoll, we did the video for this. Might even link to that below. One of the most enjoyable videos to shoot is at the end of the show. The place is pretty much abandoned. We had perfect weather, and that of course was flying on electric. But for me, these types of models really suit a little 4-stroke cats. Oh, it's looking so good. We're trying to avoid the sun. Oh, that's killer. It doesn't do much other than this. Let's see if it will do a bit of aerobatics for us. Power on a bit. Going in for a loop. Ah yes, just the right amount of power for me for this. Alright on camera?
Yeah.
Alright. It's quite a sweet little sound. It's not the best prop, it's a master air screw, but it seems to be just fine. Look at this, here we go. Oh, lovely. And that pilot scar, I don't know if you can see it, I can see it really well. Head off the top here. With the 9.7 it was a bit too much power. Now I really like the power. Lovely. Look at the scarf, you see it?
Yeah.
Oh. This pretty much all I want to do with the Peeton Poll, just poke around. Pretty much no wind, so I'll try and touch and go from right to left. I always remember it handled rather well on the ground. Maybe a rudder in the turn with that high parasol wing. Here we go. Look at the scarf. Oh yeah, handles well. Full power now, and away she goes. Ah, loving it. Do a stall turn here. Oh, catch it on the elevator. That's when you don't want the engine to quit. But these lenses are very, very reliable. Oh, lovely. Big dinting there. Camera loving it?
Yep.
Alright, super. Oh, there you go, a little puff of smoke. I usually like to run mine a little rich just because I love the smoke coming from the engines. Oh, hands are getting cold now. Let's do another pass this way. Do a slow pass, really close. Ready? Okay, here we go. Keep to the throttle. Look at that. Oh, she is so sweet, and that pilot sets it off lovely. That's full power now. Yeah, just power enough. She's pretty sweet, hey?
Really nice.
She's a little sweet. I really like this blue and silver. I've got a big flybaby I want to do in the same blue and silver scheme. This is pretty much all she does. I'm going to fly under the sun. Oh, sorry camera. Still got it?
Yep.
Right. I can see the microphone shaking. You must be pretty cold now.
Yeah.
I've got my friend Tom on the camera today. He's helping out here. Look at this. Alright, well I'm going to have to give shout out to Paul Susspower, if you remember, former employee of Hobbyking. This was his own design when he came to work for Hobbyking. He instigated this being made as an ARF. Very, very good job he did too. I don't know if he ever intended it to be powered by glow, but it is, and it's flying very, very well. But it's cold, it's -4 here now, and it's time to land. But speaking of times, I can get around 15 or 20 minutes flying on this thing. Ah, oh, look at that.
Oh, lovely.
I need to adjust my, let's come this way.
Yeah.
I need to adjust my endpoint on the throttle there. And what you can see with this exhaust, or maybe you can see, I don't know, but there is now no gunk at all, anywhere. Perfect, it's almost just like an electric model. So there it is, my little Peeton Poll.
Cool.
Old Hobbyking ARF. And this project is done. So, hope you enjoyed that. Quite a charming little model. There will be another video at some point. No, I won't even say soon, just at some point on Stuart Warren RC. I do have some edits in the bag. We'll come to that as and when. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content, and we'll try and keep a little more content coming. But as I said, as and when. Thanks to Tom behind the camera.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go now, warm our hands up. I think it's bloody cold. So this will go out before Christmas, I think. So happy Christmas to everybody, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye.
Bye. We go far.